The Spot Healing Brush Tool is another useful tool in Photoshop. It's similar to the clone stamp tool, but it's more automated. And so that's good because you don't have to do as much work, but it's also not so good sometimes because you don't get exactly what you want because the computer is just guessing what you want when it's automatic. But if you learn to use it, it's useful, and so let me show you how to do it. And we're going to use Grandpa here and try and lighten some of those wrinkles a little bit. Now, dealing with things like that, wrinkles, you don't want to just get rid of wrinkles because that's who this person is, and so you got to be careful with that. If maybe this is a better use for like a zit or something that you don't want there and isn't part of you, and anyway, if you get a picture on the day that you happen to have one, you just want to take it out. So that might be a better example of it. But we're going to use Grandpa here nonetheless and try and lessen some of these wrinkles just a little bit. So the tool over here, Spot Brush Healing, if you click Spot Healing Brush Tool, if you click and hold on it, there's some other options and you can play with those as well. But I'm just going to show this main one here. It's a brush. You can change the brush size again with the brackets under the backspace. And all you have to do with this tool is just click and drag over what you want to get rid of. And we're going to just start to get rid of these wrinkles. Now, it doesn't completely get rid of them, and that's kind of getting rid of most of it, but we are in a certain blending mode called lighten right up here. And if you go to normal, it really will take out everything and just replace it with something else around it. And so especially with these wrinkles, we just don't want to do that. Now, if I make it a little bigger, it takes from the area right around the brush and replaces that. And so like I said, it's automatic. It doesn't always do what we want, but the more you click, the more it does, and you can really get carried away with this, especially in the normal blending mode. I'm going to go back to lighten, and it just kind of subtly, a little more subtly, takes these wrinkles out, which, like I said, you don't always want to take the wrinkles out, so you need to be careful. And like I said before, also, you can get carried away and just start taking out all these wrinkles because it's so easy. And then you might end up with something like one of these where we've taken off over here on the right 50 years off Grandpa, and he's wondering, hey, what happened? That's not me. So we don't always want to do that. Or this one over here, it's even worse. We've taken off the nostrils and gotten way too carried away and just looks really bad. So poor Grandpa. But if there's a reason to just lighten it a little bit, maybe Grandpa does want to take a few years off for some reason, and he says, I want to see what I looked like 10 years ago. Well, we're going to lighten his wrinkles then and just take them off a little bit. And this is that lighten mode up there. So it doesn't completely take them away, although some it does more than others. So anyway, just kind of play around with that, change the size of the brush to see what that does and how it does it. And there's uses for it, and you just have to find the right use and use it the right way. So take off some of the wrinkles, not all the wrinkles, and just lighten some of them up a bit. And we'll be good with that practice.